to start the program, let's invoke God's blessings by going through the responsive reading. I shall start. Can we all stand up? O Lord, open our eyes. O Lord, open our ears. O Lord, open our hearts. O Lord, open our lips. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
As it was in the beginning, is now, and shall be forever.
On all who are dispirited and dejected,
Lord, have mercy.
on all who have lost hope or joy,
Lord, have mercy.
on all who are unable to cope,
Lord, have mercy.
to this event, on the award event. To start off with, I will give a brief background on the Kevichusa Foundation and on the whole award. The Kevichusa Foundation is a charitable foundation of the family of A. Kevichusa, MBE, and the motto of the foundation is Veritas et Acutas, truth and justice. Angami Kevichusa, 1903 to 1990, was the son of Reverend Nisir Angami of Konoma village, captain of the British Army, a recipient member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, MBE, the first Naga IAS officer, founding member and first chairman of the first regional party of Nagaland, the Democratic Party of Nagaland, which is now the Naga People's Front, a lay the limp, dead body of honesty. And with that, I am very pleased.
It is a gala occasion on my part to be present here at the august gathering of the Kevichusa Citizenship Award 2023 and the Chalie Kevichusa Essay Award 2023 organized by the Kevichusa Foundation, Dimapur. I am saying the speech on his behalf, so I am using first person. Here I refers to my father. I feel honored that I have been invited to give away the awards to the winners of the Chalie Kevichusa contest, that I had got the opportunity to be introduced with late Chalie Kevichusa at the house of Mr. King, and is inspiring us to stand erect in the face of all hardships. After the physical disappearance of Chalie, I furnished a right
In the youth category is Anato Kevichusa. Carry on with us.
Nagaland, the pride I take in calling it my home, is the 16th state of the Indian Union, inaugurated on 1st December 1963. A remotely backward state, comprising basically of tribal people with vibrant, jovial and colorful atmosphere. And a board of culture, traditions, customs, festivals and the rich heritage of the bygone past. A place where warriors once dwelled, engaging in warfare with each other, gaining accolades of heroism and honor by beheading their enemies and adorning their several heads as collected trophies. A fearsome ethnic people, where traditions, cultures, customs and laws were sternly adhered to. The people were presumed to be symbols of courage, majesty, authenticity and dignified intimidation, something which is sadly non-existent today. Long have we come from the savage ways of life, and with no clear written record of the past, we can only depend on the word of the mouth passed down through the generations.
Surprise. Before I begin, I just want to thank the Kevichusa Foundation for bringing us all together. I think, what is culture now was just a way of life back then. So I think art and culture needs to be inculcated. So better. So yeah, I think our art and culture needs to be promoted and nurtured. So again, thank you to the Kevichusa Foundation for organizing this whole thing. So yeah, I'll just start with the reading. This essay actually has two titles. I think the first title would be, I call it What We Owe the Future. And then its subtitle, Leadership in Nagaland. So I'll just begin. It's quite short. At some point in time, we must all have seen it, or something like it. It's an illustration comparing a boss and a leader. In the illustration, there are two groups of people pulling two heavy objects. Next to one of the groups, one of the men is shouting at his subordinates to pull harder while comfortably seated away from the group. In the other group, the man is at the front of the group, the first in line to be pulling the weight, while also motivating the rest of the men and taking them along with him. Which one would we say is rich? Unfortunately, we cannot talk about leadership in Nagaland without talking about political leadership. But seeing as how for us, in any social setting, that is the topic that every conversation inevitably and albeit begrudgingly leads to, I felt a break from that topic when we talk about leadership would be refreshing, to say the least. What I want to attempt to do instead is to paint us a lens through which we can scrutinize and examine the leadership around us. Because just because a shoe fits doesn't mean that that person deserves to wear it. When a leader succeeds, everybody benefits. People are taken along for the ride without invitation. A leader's ambitions are tied to the prosperity of his people, of the people around him. However, leadership by itself must not be the goal. Let me illustrate. In Frank Herbert's Dune, there's a scene where the Duke, Leto Atreides, is speaking to his son, Paul. Paul is expressing doubt as to whether he is suitable to be the future of the house. Then, Leto says to Paul, "A great man doesn't seek to lead, he is called to it," and he answers. Or in Gladiator, an old Emperor Marcus Aurelius is speaking to one of his generals, Maximus, about who he wants to inherit the throne of the Roman Empire after his death. The emperor tells the general that he wants him to take the throne. A bewildered General Maximus, after a moment of deliberation, says, "I do not want it." To which the emperor replies, "But that is why it must be you." This illustrates one of the most important prerequisites to being a great leader: the immense reluctance to even be one in the first place. Good men know the dangers and temptations that a position of power and leadership brings. The great leaders in our history were the ones who believed that we could be so much better. Their goals, their dreams, organization, what they do is basically they remind the government and big tech and even the people, especially me, that the Constitution exists. And they fight for our privacy, they fight for the rights of people. And the internet, which is something we use every day, is the way it is in India. It's free.
And here I am going to sing a song titled The Garden, written by R.T. Kevichusa. in the garden with you. Thank you.
The Kevichusa's Citizenship Award, and to give away the award we have a very special guest again, that is Reverend Bonnie Resu. And before I call him up on the stage for his speech, we will be having a time of felicitation now to felicitate both the chief guests. And now I call upon Reverend Bonnie Resu to come and give his speech, and after that Dr. Kevichusa will take the time to announce the award of the recipient of the award. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have been here for about an hour, but it looks like we could go on for another hour, because I was never tired when I was sitting there, and I hope you will not be tired. I'm so grateful to the organizers, to the foundation for giving me this invitation. I do not think I'm a worthy person to be here, and yet I take this as a privilege and maybe an appointment from God. So I actually like this format. As you come in, you will see something very different, which I thought I should comment on. Because it embedded power. Plato advocated giving citizenship only to a few, the guardians of the society. Whereas Aristotle advocated giving citizenship more widely to a larger group. So in the concept, especially of Aristotle, mere residents, that is excluding people who were already living there, mere residents, such as those who are slaves and aliens, or those who enjoyed the legal right of suing and being sued, or participating in election of legislators, or being part of the executive authority, did not qualify a person to be a citizen. So today, in our day and age, we also have a lot of debate.
Distinguished guests, essays, ladies and gentlemen, before I segue into announcing this year's recipient, I just want to make a brief comment about the essay contest.
We called it the Chalie Kevichusa essay contest because Chalie Kevichusa was more than any other thing, more than a leader, more than a politician, more than a social reformer. He was an essayist. So we thought that that would be the best way to remember him. And I want to congratulate both the winners and all of you who participated. They were all remarkable works, and it wasn't easy for the judges deciding. So congratulations to all of you. I also want to say a brief word about the A. Kevichusa Citizenship Award. Our president has already mentioned it carries a medallion, a certificate, a bouquet, and a cash prize of 3 lakh rupees. We started with 3 lakh in 2017. This is our 7th year. And all these 7 years we have been hoping to raise the amount, but we haven't been able to win the lottery yet. So hopefully one day we will win the lottery and raise the amount. And I do hope some of you younger essayists who are here this evening, I hope you will one day win this award, and hopefully by then the prize will be 3 crore or something like that. The first recipient was Woman of Mother's Hope 2017, 2018 Chingmak Kejong of ECS, 2019 Reverend Wati Iyer of OTS and Forum for Naga Reconciliation, familiar name. 2020 Ms. Yatono Nakro, or the State Commissioner of Persons with Disabilities. 2021 Mr. Huzomeru, educationist who built Baptist English School, then went on to build Shalom Bible Seminary, and now is building a seminary, a university, Northeast Christian University, and a remarkable educationist. 2022, the founder of Naga Mothers Association and one of the pioneer social activists, Mrs. Nidonyo Angami. Now, this year's recipient of the A. Kevichusa Citizenship Award, as you will have guessed by now, he was born in 1957, and he was the youngest of 7 children. He was born in Kar village in Mokokchung. From a very young age, he was observed to be a very diligent person, young fellow, in whatever he did. And then later on, he decided to pursue theological education, and he completed his BTH and his BD in Bangalore. The seed of his primary ministry, the deaf ministry, or ministry among the deaf people, the seed was first sown when he and his wife, Mrs. Amungla, an equally committed woman, when they were working as special educators at the school for the deaf in Bangalore. At that time, he also served as associate pastor in the deaf church there. Then they received special training under an American Bruce Schwalbe. And they realized that there was a need for a center for the deaf in our state, Nagaland. And of course, then, such work for the disabled was, here's the irony, such work for the disabled was unheard of. And along with his wife, he founded what is today called the Deaf Biblical Ministry, or DBM, School for the Deaf. They founded this in 1987. And this school and ministry continues to be the only one of its kind in Nagaland. He was ordained by the ABAM in 1997. The Deaf Biblical Ministry, DBM, it started off with only 6 students, purely by faith. One of their students, Almern, went on to become the first deaf person in Nagaland to pass class 10. Today, the school has over 70 students enrolled and over 200 church members who are deaf from all over the state and other neighboring states as well. Our recipient also officiated the first deaf wedding in Nagaland in 2015. Since then, 6 other deaf couples have been married through their church. Another wedding is set for January 2024. From 2022, this ministry has been in partnership with the Bible Society of India, and they are working towards interpreting the Bible in sign language for the deaf people in Nagaland. That's a remarkable goal. And the alumni of this ministry, they are thriving in different parts of the state and the country, working both in the government and the private sectors. The ministry has also provided assistance to the deaf to help them start their own business ventures. Over the years, the students of this ministry, they have bagged over 52 national and state level awards for painting in different categories. They have also won state and national level prizes in folk dance, singing, poetry, and others. Our recipient has also won several national awards that are far more prestigious than the one he's going to receive today. He won the National Award for Outstanding Performance in the field of welfare for people with disabilities in 1992 from the then President of India, K.R. Narayana. And he also won 4 other awards for his service towards deaf people. The Deaf Biblical Ministry also won the National Award for Outstanding Institution in the field of hearing impaired in 2004 from the then President, Dr. Abdul Kalam. And then another award was received by the ministry during the presidency of Pratibha Singh Patel. The recipient has been a member of the General Council of Rehabilitation Council of India, member of State Coordination Committee for the Disabled, executive member of Nagaland Council for Child Welfare, lifetime member of India Council for Child Welfare, member Zonal Advisory Committee for the Disabled, and administrator of the Eklavya Model Residential School, in short EMRS. He was also approached by the Department of Social Welfare to spearhead this school in Nagaland in 2008, and he has been playing a vital role in establishing this school in Nagaland, a school that is centrally funded for students from economically weaker sections. Under his leadership, the students have been doing exceptionally well in their HSLC exams, and the school has had a 100% pass percentage for the last 8 consecutive years. Many of the students from this school are now doing their postgraduate degrees in fields like engineering or medicine. Another initiative that our recipient started was what is called the 80+ mission, and this was started in 2006 to honor the elderly people of Khar village in Mokchung district. Through this program, village people who are over 80 are given medical attention, health supplements, and other necessities. And this year, the program was again held on 25th November. Our recipient continues to be the director of the Deaf Biblical Ministry in Dimapur, while also shouldering the responsibility of being the administrator of the said school, Eklavya Model Residential School in Dimapur. So ladies and gentlemen, after that longish introduction. But of course, someone like him needs a long introduction. But in another sense, it needs no introduction, should not need any introduction. So with those words, we are very proud to announce the A. Kevichusa Citizenship Award recipient for 2003, and he is Reverend Younger Walling. Let's give him a hand. I now invite him to please step forward, and our chief guest to hand over the prizes to him. We will do it from here for the sake of the viewers.
Now I invite the recipient to respond to the award.
Esteemed guests, members of Kevichusa Foundation and friends, it is with immense gratitude that I stand here today to accept this prestigious Kevichusa's Citizenship Award. I am humbled to be recognized by such an esteemed foundation that honors the great individuals who have contributed their best to the society. As I receive this award, I consider it a privilege as well as responsibility to continue to give my best for the betterment of the society. This recognition is not just a personal triumph, but it is a celebration of the collective efforts of all those who have been a part of my journey. Receiving this award brings reflection on the path through that brought me here tonight. It is a journey marked by the support and inspiration of countless individuals, families, friends, the deaf community, and every individual that has played an integral role in support of my journey to serve God and to serve the community, especially the deaf people. And for that, I am profoundly thankful to each one of you. My sincere gratitude to the Kevichusa Foundation for honoring me with this extraordinary recognition. Your vision and commitment to fostering positive change in society, your patience in championing citizens, and your unwavering commitment in recognizing positive change in the society, and in seeking the common good of the Naka people is truly commendable, and I am honored to be receiving this award from you. I must express my gratitude to my family, whose unwavering support has been my anchor through the heights and lows of this journey. Their love and encouragement have been the driving force behind my endeavors and I share this award with all of them. This award is not just a reflection of my effort, but a testament to the power of collective action. It serves as a reminder that a collaborative effort requires the dedication and passion of many, that no significant change is achieved in isolation. It is a call to action for all of us to continue working towards a betterment and more equitable world. Throughout my journey, I have been fortunate to witness the incredible resilience and strength of the human spirit, whether working to address social injustice, advocating for the persons with disabilities, especially with their community, promoting education, vocational skills, and spiritual well-being of those who are considered as a burden to the society. I've seen the firsthand the transformation power of compassion and empathy. I thank God for many deaf individuals today who have been transformed into contributing citizens of the country. As I accept this Kevichusa Citizenship Award, I am aware of the responsibility it carries. The journey towards creating a better society is ongoing, and this honor serves as a reminder that there is much work yet to be done. It is a call to redouble our efforts, not to forget the challenges that still lies ahead. The world is far from complete. It is my desire to continue to uplift the lives of the people with disabilities, to work towards the cause of the deaf people, to break down barriers, and to create a world where individuals, deaf or hearing, despite their differences, has the opportunity to thrive and to experience their full potential and life. In closing, I once again express my heartfelt thanks to all those who have been part of my journey. This award is not the culmination of a career, but a milestone on the path toward a brighter and more inclusive future. Let us continue to work together, inspire one another, and strive for a society where compassion, justice, and equality prevail. May we continue to bring positive change to the society and leave a lasting legacy for generations to come. Thank you once again to the Kevichusa Foundation for this incredible honor. I'm truly humbled, and I look forward to continue our shared journey towards a better world for all. Thank you so much.
We
and honorable members of Kevichusa Foundation, and ladies and gentlemen present. When we, the families, members of came to know for the selection of Reverend Young Wali